my economic policies and my fiscal policies have been to try to make Nassau County more affordable for all residents. You know, the moniker of having Nassau County the highest property tax county in the nation had not helped us. And if you look at historically over the prior 10 years, after 42% in tax increases over the first decade before I took office, an increase of over $400 million in debt. In 2009, even after a $100 million bailout from the state of New York and a $200 million surplus, in 2009 we were virtually bankrupt. The 2009 State of the County address was simply, it's about as bad as it can be. Those policies then showed that it did not work. You had high unemployment and the lowest sales tax revenue in 20 years. You had an exodus of businesses here. You had people struggling to pay their mortgages, struggling to look for work, and I wanted to change that around. So I instituted our economic policies, which I said high taxes kills jobs, and we immediately went to work to repeal the home energy tax, which made it affordable for every homeowner here, or put money in every homeowner back in every homeowner's pocket. We eliminated the planned 16.5% real property tax increase, produced 4 consecutive budgets that have 0 property tax increase. And at the same time, we went to work to try to bring jobs back to Nassau County, which for the first time in a long time, not only are we trying to help the businesses that are here, we're trying to attract new businesses to come here and set root to create job opportunities for our youth who study, work, develop skills, only to find they can't find a job in their field. We're very successful in bringing over half a dozen companies back here to Nassau County. Talk about Haynes Celestial Act because they're headed for New Jersey. They made a $16 million investment. They came right here. We instituted public-private partnerships to try to continue to deliver services more efficiently and at the same time not burden our taxpayers anymore. We've been successful in that regard. The largest public-private partnership is the Coliseum, which we're able to bring to residents here. $229 million investment will give us a new Coliseum. Will provide an entertainment district and certainly be the foundation for a much larger, more exciting development. We're very happy to do that. And then when we look at our economic policies compared to where the last economic policies took us, we stand here today with the lowest unemployment rate in the region, highest job growth rate in the region, and the largest growth in sales tax revenue in the region, 9.6%. So by keeping more money in our residents' pockets, clearly people are spending more money here in Nassau County than ever before. Their sales tax revenue far exceeded any real property tax increase we could have instituted under the tax cap. So I submit to you that the economic policies are working. With the deficit we inherited, I thought it would be unfair to turn to our residents and try to pay for 2 decades of failed policies that resulted in nearly a $400 million deficit. Much like if you unfortunately ran up your credit cards to the max and you went to a financial advisor, I'm sure their advice wouldn't be just write a check the next day. It's impractical, it's unrealistic, it could not work. So we set forth and struggled and fought and came up with a 4-year plan that was finally approved by the legislature and NIFA that deals with the past debt over a 4-year period, while at the same time moving towards the more stringent financial policies that they put into effect when I took office. That's the sensible way to go. And again, we had a majority ledge and the NIFA agreeing that this is the proper way to go for the citizens in Nassau County. Through much obstructionism and fighting and posturing, we finally have this year, the first year of that 4-year plan. We'd rather see that plan start in 11, but it basically started here in 13. We must stay on that plan. That plan ends borrowing for tax certiorari's and also addresses paying back that backlog at a much lower rate than to allow it to fester and gain and age 9% interest, which everybody needs to have. And that's the approach that I took, in government. I'd be happy to answer, any questions along those ways. We have, I could talk on any one of those subjects. I'm not sure because unfortunately I did not get briefed on what the issues might be. But on each one of those subjects, I assure you I would be happy to talk on each one. But I want to eat up all the time.
Give him a cup of water.
Lecturing.
Give him a cup of water, please.
Sound good.
No, just, you know, we try to,
Yeah.
while we